Can one work without the other, though? Yes. Compatibility can work without connection, and connection can work without compatibility. And we often see this in long term romantic relationships, especially marriages, where a marriage has been successful for many years because of compatibility. And in those many years of success, this marriage has lost connection from time to time. Connection has been on and off, or connection has been lost for most of the years they've been married. But it's a successful marriage. So, compatibility is usually a very strong indicator for longevity of a marriage or for successful marriages. Whereas connection is usually a predictor of faithfulness or fidelity in your partner. So when you're assessing fidelity or faithfulness, then you want to look at the quality of your connection in the relationship. Whereas when you want to look at is this relationship going to last, then you want to look at compatibility as a component for a lasting marriage. Now, connection is essentially two people being drawn to each other to form a bond. And the thing that draws people to each other is usually a sense of attraction. So there's something, for example, that I feel attracted to in you. I might be able to know what that thing is, or I might not know it. It might be conscious or unconscious. But when the attraction is strong enough, intense enough, it might arouse my curiosity to want to explore what that attraction is. And so I might invite you for an interaction. And if you respond, then we get to have an interaction. And if you reciprocate my attraction in whatever way, then that allows us to have more and more interactions. We start to build desire for each other, to meet, to see each other. And as we meet and see each other, then we get this opportunity to experience each other. So I begin to experience myself in your presence, and you begin to experience yourself in my presence, right? And even after the first interaction, which could be maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour, one of us might start saying, I feel safe around you. I feel very understood, like I don't have to explain myself. Those expressions usually indicate connection. So connection can be formed over a very short period of time, but it can also be sustained over a long period of time when work is put in. So things like I feel very seen, I feel very heard, I feel understood, I feel comfortable, I feel safe, all those tend to indicate connection with the other. Now, when we look at connection in the context of infidelity in this case, an unfaithful partner is going outside their marriage where they might be successful and happy because those components of compatibility are there. And here, compatibility, we're talking about an alignment of values, belief systems, and attitudes towards critical aspects in life. So, for example, this cheating partner comes from a marriage where their partner, they agree on integrity, right? They see honesty the same way in different situations. They found a way to resolve conflict that really works. They tend to perhaps lead a lifestyle that really fits into each other. So maybe one person is very sociable, the other one is less sociable, but it really fits into the other. And so they're coming from that marriage and they're happy, but they're missing connection inside that marriage. And so when they're going out to cheat, they have absolutely no intention to leave their successful marriage. They have absolutely no desire to leave their successful marriage. So them going out to cheat is not about losing this marriage, not that I don't want to be in this marriage. It's that I want to experience myself in a very particular way that I'm not able to inside this marriage. And so going out to cheat is looking for that experience, which is connection, being in the presence of the other, and in that presence you feel something that you're not able to feel inside your marriage. And so for most successful marriages, like I said, they will have compatibility and other components that make it successful, that make it happy. But because connection is lost and they're not able to restore it, then one person might try to look for it outside, but it's just the connection that they're looking for. They're not looking for somebody to replace their partner. They're not looking to leave a relationship that they've spent years to build. Because for them to be able to get to a point where they're compatible in the way that they resolve conflict, in the way that they live their life, in the way that they teach family values maybe to their children, they've really put in a lot of work. And so this is their identity, and they're not going to abandon it. But because they're not able to experience this part of themselves in this particular way, there's no opportunity for that inside the marriage, then they go out to seek for it. So you can see connection has a property of being temporary, such that once they experience themselves in that way, then they might stop having the desire to experience themselves that way and come back to their marriage. And maybe even just going out to experience that might refresh or renew or ignite the ability for them to want to bring that experience into their marriage. And so sometimes affairs tend to, and this might sound very bizarre, sometimes extramarital affairs tend to bring back the spark inside the long-term marriage that has probably lost the spark for a long period of time. So compatibility and connection can exist. It's nice when they're both together inside a relationship, but they can also exist without the other and still have a very successful relationship.